right, truly Walking Dead, season 4, or I guess second half of season 4 finale.
Yeah.
Initial impressions?
I was tense the whole way through. When they get the environment right, and it feels like anyone could die at any moment, man, it is just tense. Like, my heart was beating the whole episode, and I was like, ah.
I don't like that feeling, and I definitely had it going too. I was just like, if they kill Michonne or Daryl, I will lose my mind. Wasn't too upset about the possibility of them raping Carl, though. I was just like, man, well, he deserves it.
Yeah, that was like a weird little, suddenly they're just, interested in, boys?
Yeah, I kind of felt like that came out of nowhere. It's just like, oh, these guys are much worse than I thought.
In the writer's room, they're like, how can we make these guys worse? Oh, they try to rape Carl.
Yeah. All of a sudden, it went from them just being regular assholes to ding, 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 ding.
I was a little disappointed that none of them called dibs on Carl. How spoiler heavy are we gonna go here?
I think we should go pretty spoiler heavy because people have had a day to watch it.
All right. So from this point on, it's all on you.
If you don't want spoilers, just click the watch later and watch this later.
Yeah.
Huh? They have that now.
With The Walking Dead, I can always sort of tell, because obviously they have a very limited budget because it's AMC. So in the past, they've always sort of tried to keep the storylines as talky as possible, so at the end they could do something giant or whatever. And this time I was kind of like, where'd the money go, guys? They spent it all burning Daryl's house down from 4 episodes ago?
Leading up to this episode, I thought the season was kind of, so it was a lot of getting into characters, and I'm not about that. I want to see some zombie slaughtering. So I was happy that there was a lot more action in this episode, although not much with zombies, honestly. It was a lot more kind of human on human violence, which is totally cool. I have a lot of problems with Rick. I think he's kind of a dick a lot of the times. Yeah.
Carl! Shine!
That's my impression of every episode of The Walking Dead ever.
Shine! Louie, Carl!
I think Rick is kind of an asshole, but he redeemed himself for me when he Mike Tyson that guy's jugular.
Dude.
In fact, that was so hardcore. I was just like, I bet Mike Tyson is watching this. He was just like, oh, damn!
I was like, the gun, you could literally just jerk your head, and then he did that, and then he bit the guy's neck,
Yeah.
and ripped the chunk out of his neck.
Yeah.
I was like,
that was some ultra violence. I was completely on board with that.
it was an episode where I kept watching and being like, all right, who am I fine with them killing? Who will I come back for next season? And then to have them get to the end and not kill anyone at all.
Yeah.
I can't decide if that's the most brilliant move.
Right.
Or sort of a cop-out.
Well before the end of the episode, once they took out that band of rapists and
Of boy
degenerates.
rapists.
Yeah, once they took out all those guys, I was just like, okay, so now we need a new bad guy, i.e. the people at Terminus. They kind of telegraphed that punch for me a little bit. It had to be too good to be true. So once they were locked up in that train car at the end, I was just like, okay, so there's only 5 minutes left. They're just going with a cliffhanger. And I have to say, Rick's final line was not good.
They don't know yet.
Yeah.
And then it was just build up and music swell. Yeah. And I was like, oh, what don't they know?
They're screwing with the wrong people. And I was just like, well, yeah, I thought that what you were going to say would imply that, or at least include it. It would have been much more entertaining if he was just like, they don't know yet. What? That I'm insane.
Just while they're on set, just hey, Rick, just try a few. He's like, they don't know yet that I just ate a man's throat. Anything would have been better than how it ended.
I don't read the books, so I honestly have no idea where things go at Terminus, but we've got our core group of badasses, although Beth is still in the wind. Nobody knows where she is.
Carol and Tyrese still haven't gotten there. When they show up and it's just a bunch of hipsters standing around things, pointing, I was like, what?
That leader guy's just like, you just got a haircut. You look a little bit too well put together. I don't like this, and I don't trust you.
Let us know what you thought of it in the comments below. Obviously, we're both big fans.
I definitely think it was the best episode of the season since the whole prison raid.
I think it might be the best season so far, because I know you didn't like it, and we're sort of getting back into it. But
dislike is a strong word, but I definitely felt it was slow, and there was a lot of time wasted.
But at the same time,
character
I feel like
building.
They finally figured out how to build characters on that show.
Yeah.
To some extent, because Glenn was a mess.
But for the most part, we liked it. So, yeah, let us know what you guys thought.